And coming up, we'll see Mac Jones. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Raiders and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
2 teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft. And Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
Now the first carry here for Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You look at this Raiders defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively.
And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. And
I don't know where Trey Tucker is. He's not on the injury report. Maybe he's just not playing today. I don't know. He's just missing, which I think is kind of weird. Hearns, Hyatt, Mayer, Taylor, Hubbard. Yeah, that's just odd. He's just missing. Yeah, he's just gone. Oh, maybe they'll show something that he's just not playing or something. I hope he's just not like disappeared off my team.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Pulled in at the 24. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Now Jones. It's caught right side. It turns. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give them big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to the cloud. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go. Smart. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Throwing, Jones. This is caught by Hearns. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones completes it to Hearns. The numbers for Hearns last week. 3 catches, 72 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Jones throwing on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Jones on first down. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22 now, here's second down and 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. It certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Carlson able to put this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Commanders' 6-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, that's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, we have the scoreless 1st quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action.
So was the 1st quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington.
Here we go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Lance. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Routed it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Play action, now it's Lance. That one downfield for Dotson. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Lance again. He's got it. Touchdown Commanders. Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raiders heading out to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific...
I don't understand why he's overthrowing like every open pass that I have, and I don't get it. Like, he's been terrible this year. Mac Jones has been bad. I'm throwing like touch passes, and he's like throwing bullets. It's just odd. I don't know what's going on.
More on 2nd and 10. Jones.
The only guy I can throw it to is this guy. Seems like stupid.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back to throw. Jones. A quick throw there is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Lance to throw it. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Lance going to throw. And the Raiders have got him. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 27.
But, partner, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Right back to Hubbard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Chuba Hubbard from 17 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Carlson up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Off of play action, here's Lance. Short pass caught by Henry, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Lance looking to throw it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And that is incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him.
And you see the last drive, great chunky yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan.
I feel like he's very inconsistent. Like I'm throwing the ball. I'm not like pulling off to the left. I'm just setting my feet and throwing the ball. It's like a roll of the dice with him. With his accuracy this year. I don't know what's going on with him. Normally he's fairly accurate quarterback in the game. But like I feel like when I have any kind of advantage in the passing game, I feel like he just overthrows the ball. It's just odd. It's just like he's way off when I need him to kind of just throw a dime. It's just weird.
Crazy game, but very good. Solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Jones.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Dancing away at the 35.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Complete right side to Hyatt.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
On the move past the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Meanwhile, Jones had this throw brought in here by Mayer.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Hearns brings it in.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Hitting Mayer here on the out route.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Jones now on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Lance out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Lance now on first down. And returns it right back to Samuel. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Lance now on first down. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jared Goff leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Romeo Doubs, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Now Jones. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing, Jones.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 45-yard line.
Running left, Taylor. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Holding offense.
And they get the guard, John Runyon.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones.
This one left side caught by Collins.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones.
He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Looking to throw. Jones.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jones completes it to Hearns. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Here's Lance. Man open is Robinson. And he gets it down to the 30.
I switched over to the linebacker and I was hitting triangle, not holding, but I was hitting triangle to intercept the ball and he did nothing. And then when I hit it again, he just stopped running. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this game.
They let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And Lance now to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain remain. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Now Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to
Yeah, it's like my defense just lets them catch the ball and then they tackle them. It's weird. It's like, it's odd. Like, what's going on? This team had a weird feel to it this season. I don't know if it's because I went to the Super Bowl last year or just, this team's just been weird.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd down now. Smart. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to float from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Jones. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Here's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Critical play.
I mean, like that bullet pass there had no velocity. It just, I felt like it set in the air for an extra second, like so the defender can go get it. It just, the passing in this season just feels weird.
Really increases their chances of closing this one.
I don't know. It's so inconsistent.
And sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the... And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance. Steps away to his left. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Lance looking to throw it. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down up to the 47-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And Lance going to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route,
I feel like Trey Lance is throwing more accurate than Mac Jones is. Like, Trey Lance on the run throws more accurate than Mac Jones just standing there throwing the ball. It's weird. I really, truly feel like this season with Mac Jones, when I throw the ball, it's a complete roll of the dice on the accuracy. I have no idea where the ball's going to go.
Back in the game, the field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They run once more with Taylor.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late goal. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Max Crosby in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Desperation time here. Lance. That one downfield for Dotson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
And they take a knee. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Raiders, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.